Here's the thing. So Chris had been shot.
This seemingly heartbroken woman is Holly Osborne. Discovered her husband, Dr. Christopher Osborne, shot multiple times in the head. But as detectives probed deeper, a far darker truth about their relationship began to emerge.
The only time I ever touched him was when I slapped his face when I found out he cheated on me.
With detectives closing in, Holly feels the pressure, but instead of facing the truth, she tries to control the narrative.
And here we go. You shoot him. There's no other explanation.
I don't have any explanations. I already gave you everything I know, and I did not do
There's
this.
no other explanation for it, Holly.
But was her grief genuine, or just the performance of a lifetime? On the morning of July 18th, 2018, at around 7:30 a.m., Holly Osborne discovered her husband, Christopher Osborne, dead in their bed at the couple's rented home on Shannon Place in Dublin, Ohio.
I'm set. Call my phone. I'm set. Call Holly Osborne's phone.
Holly used Alexa to call her father, Ed Cole, in Logan County, who then reported the death to emergency responders.
911, where's your emergency?
Is in Dublin.
Okay, I'm in Dublin.
My dog woke up.
Okay.
He got her.
You found your husband dead?
When officers arrived at the scene, they found Christopher lying in bed with 3 gunshot wounds to the head. Washington Township medics pronounced him dead at the scene, and Dublin police quickly confirmed they were treating the case as a homicide. Investigators immediately launched a full-scale inquiry, with Holly among the first to be questioned.
Hey, I'm Detective Murphy.
Hi.
Hey, one of the things that we want to try and do here is get you cleared so the sooner, obviously sitting here is not the most comfortable thing in the world for you.
No, that's why it don't matter to me. But
Yeah, so we want to try and working on getting you cleared. One of the parts of us doing that is doing this is called a GSR test. And all I'm going to do is take a little swab, rub your hands and your eyebrows.
Okay.
And it's just seeing if there's any gunshot residue, anything like that on your hands or something. Do you have any problem with me doing that? Is that okay?
Holly, when was the last time you slept?
to be honest with you, I forget idea. Because I know I stayed at my parents on Friday night.
Okay.
So I slept there in my old room. And then I came home Saturday and talked to him. And
Okay. Did you sleep last night then?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I can't remember it. All I remember is shock when I opened up the bedroom door. So
Sure.
obviously I wasn't in there because I would have known something.
Right. Have you consumed any alcohol in the past 24 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. When was the last time you did?
And that I don't remember.
Was it last night or this morning?
No, it was this morning.
It was this morning?
Wasn't.
Okay. So it was last night?
Or, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you have to drink?
Actually, Chris stopped and got me, not twisted teas, but like a nice hard lemonade can.
Mm-hmm. You just had one,
I
or?
had that one and he had one.
Okay. And that was it?
If I remember correctly. Yep.
Okay. And that was last night before he went to bed?
Yeah, because that was the last time I seen him was on, if I'm getting my days straight, I take a lot of medicine. So, if I'm sitting outside, he probably went to bed then. That would have been the last time I seen him.
Okay. And he usually goes to bed early on Tuesday, right?
Yes, he
Okay.
goes to work. Mm-hmm.
Early on Wednesday morning?
Mm-hmm. I usually try not to bother him when he's asleep.
Okay. And have you consumed any drugs in the last 12 to 24 hours?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to sit here and think of what other than prescription.
What prescriptions do you take?
I have a lot, but basically I have Valium. That's just as needed. I have Imuran, which is IMURAN, and that's for my lupus, along with prednisone. I give myself steroid shots and Phenergan shots.
What is that?
Phenergan?
Phenergan?
Mm-hmm.
That's for nausea, isn't it?
Yeah, that'll knock you out though. That's a bad thing. I think when they were there snoring, they were like, I don't understand why you're snoring like I gave myself Phenergan.
Christopher was a practicing physician at Dublin Medical Clinic and also worked part-time as an emergency room doctor at Mary Rutan Hospital in Bellefontaine, Ohio. Holly, a nurse by profession, had raised early concerns with investigators. When officers observed her touching her face and drinking water, potentially compromising gunshot residue evidence, they quickly obtained her consent for GSR testing. Swabs were collected from her hands and eyebrows. Holly also admitted to consuming alcohol and taking prescription medications. This led detectives to question whether substance use may have pushed her over the edge. But nothing could have prepared them for what happened next.
I don't know how, but the
Just like two of the singles?
yeah,
Okay.
it's just like another 8% per can. So I don't know if it's that equal to 2 beers or.
Just depends on how
I have no idea. So and then on the way home, he stopped and went to the other gas station because the other ones made him mad the first time. And then he went in the other gas station and he got 2 more for us. And then that was it.
Okay.
That's
And then you
all I
guys,
remember.
then you guys went home?
Yep.
Right. Do you have any idea about what time that was?
Maybe, might have been 10, maybe.
Okay. What time would he usually go to bed if he had to be at Mary 10 and 7?
Oh, anywhere between 9 and 10,
Okay.
roughly.
Do you guys not usually sleep in the same room?
But we do. But I wanted to stay up that night because I still had my beer.
Okay.
So I was finishing my beer, but then, honest to God, from AV, from drinking the beer, I know I had to take my medicine, so I took my Valium, and I tried them to sleep. And honest to God, I'm like, I don't know if I slept. Did I fall asleep in the garage? Because I usually go out there because I don't smoke in the house.
Okay.
So I'll smoke out there, and if I'm still drinking the beer, then I'm just doing that. But then I'm
Does he smoke?
occasional.
Okay.
No.
See, like a drinker smoker?
Yeah, cocktail.
There.
Yeah.
Does he smoke your cigarettes?
No,
Oh, he gets his
he
own?
gets his own. He
Okay.
smokes reds.
What do you smoke, lights?
Marlboro menthols.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I didn't smoke them.
Yeah, he don't like menthol.
Yeah. So you took your meds last night, and do you know where you slept last night?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't even know if I slept at all. Like, because all I remember was walking into the bedroom and seeing him. And then I didn't want to touch him. I was already standing there. So I tried to get the phone. I couldn't find mine. And so I tried to couldn't get anything to work 911 for some reason. I looked all over trying to find mine, and the best I could do was I called my dad then on my left side. I'm so glad you got to call 911. I get crazy dude. You know what? I just call 911. And so last thing I remember, you guys coming over after that.
Okay. Can you get some tissues?
Yep. Do you want some more water?
Please.
Okay.
Literally it makes me sick just to go over.
Well, this thing, we have time, so I'll let you get a minute to kind of collect yourself.
I just can't stand it. The one that image that I've seen there.
just take a minute. I'm gonna get you some Kleenex so you're not dripping all over your stuff there, so. Some tissues for you.
Yeah. I just like taking thirst. I'm so much shocked that I'm numb.
Right.
And I don't want to think about it right now.
I understand.
And I don't know if that's why I can't remember, because usually I don't have that kind of problem. So, not unless it's a lupus fog or something, but it wasn't that. Not that. So I'm just like, I don't know where the gap is.
Right, there's just.
I would actually, the only way I want to know is like, did I go upstairs in Rachel's room? If it's undone, I went up there and just left. Because sometimes I'll go up there, so that way I don't bother him if I can't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a TV up there too, because the TV keeps him awake too.
Okay.
So, only way I would know is like, probably like, oh, well, if Rachel's bed's not made, that's probably where I was.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then I just remember walking in there this morning.
So who's Rachel?
That's his daughter.
Okay.
Oh my God, we're gonna be so devastated too.
2 firearms were found on the floor near the bed where Christopher's body lay. One registered to him, the other to Holly. The master bedroom was secured with a keypad lock, and there were no signs of forced entry or anything missing from the home, raising immediate questions about who had access. Holly painted a vivid picture of the crime scene through a tearful, emotionally charged outburst. But the detectives, seasoned and unfazed by such displays, simply offered tissues as they prepared to confront her with damning questions. Though she appeared deeply shaken by her husband's death, Holly's own words soon betrayed her. Inconsistencies in her story only deepened the detectives' suspicions. As they delved into the couple's relationship, what they uncovered was far darker than they ever anticipated.
So you're done smoking your cigarette. What happens next?
Walked into the bedroom.
Okay. Why did you walk into the bedroom?
Just to do, routine, shower, get ready.
Okay. That's where your clothes and stuff are? All right. And describe to me what you see.
All I saw was him laying in blankets.
Okay.
But I seen blood.
Where was that blood at?
Not even sure where the blood was at. All I knew was that was my biggest fear. I knew it because I said I was really okay. There's no. So I ran to my phone, called 911.
Okay. Did you try to wake him up at all?
I was afraid to forget hardly touch him. I was too terrified that I was right, which apparently I was.
Okay. So do you remember where you saw the blood?
It was around his pillow. I
Okay.
don't remember which side.
Did anything else in there stick out to you?
I didn't stay in there to look.
Okay, so nothing
As
else.
soon as I seen that I bolted and started trying to find shows.
Okay. Okay, we'll take a minute.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. We got all day. So then you came out of the room and couldn't find a phone.
Couldn't find a phone anywhere.
All right. Did you find his phone?
I did, but I don't remember where it was laying.
And can you ordinarily get into his phone?
Oh, yeah. He has my passcode, I have his.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened? You weren't able to get it?
No, either I was being so frantic and I couldn't figure out it, because his looks different than mine, because
like androids, you can change the layout. So his was all different, and I was like, how do I get? So I kept pressing the call because I originally told him, I'm like, I want you to move out,
And that was during the argument last week.
And then I told him I want divorce, and then he tried to say, like, no, and try to comfort me, and I just said, you either go somewhere or I'm going to mom and dad's. And then until you cool off and let people just let whatever happens soak in instead of the heat of the moment kind of thing. And then I went to my mom and dad's, and then came home the other night.
Holly claims she's too terrified to touch her husband's lifeless body, but to detectives, it feels less like genuine grief and more like the performance of a lifetime. The couple's marriage had long been described as volatile, fueled by Holly's escalating alcohol abuse, emotional volatility, and a haunting history of unexplained memory blackouts. While Holly may have accepted the end of the marriage, something triggered a deadly turn. The question now was, what was her motive? Detectives are done tiptoeing around the truth. They're about to confront her with a question that unearths the case's most shocking revelation, one that sends the investigation spiraling in a twisted direction.
Did your arguments ever get to the point where either one of you were pushing or laying hands on each other? Never? Because I've talked to other people, and I know you came from an abusive relationship previously. So
The only time I ever touched him was when I slapped his face when I found out he cheated on me. Like, that was before we got married.
okay.
And that was face slap.
Since then, it's never
touched him.
okay. Has he ever touched you? None of those bruises on you are from altercations or pushes or shoves?
They're more from, like, well, don't know it because it's all in the house. So a lot of times he was more of the domineering, you might say. But I will just put it this way, 50 Shades of Grey, but worse. So
Okay, so they were consensual.
yes.
Okay, so just rough. All right, but that was okay with you.
As long as it didn't get too hard, yeah.
Okay, so some of those marks are probably from that.
Very possible.
Okay,
Yeah.
are any of those marks come from a position of anger? Okay, none. Because I mean, if there was a danger, that danger's over now. So
No. No, it was always something else. And then even if he saw the next morning, he would say, oops, he goes, sorry about that, I did it a little too hard. And I was like, yeah, you think, because, the paddles and whips and all that stuff.
Well, and all the lupus probably makes you bruise pretty easy.
Yeah. It's like bruised like a peach.
Okay. Did you have a room that happened in, or?
That was always a bedroom.
Okay. There was always.
Randomly, I was in the kitchen, but
Okay.
almost 99% of the time in the bedroom.
All right. Did anybody ever get restrained?
He restrained me.
Okay. Did you ever restrain him?
Not that I recall of.
Not that you can remember.
Only thing I ever did to him was, I'm going to say here, I want to say a silk blindfold.
But nothing where you would have been
No bound.
arms or legs or anything like that?
No, that was me.
Okay.
Or to me.
Right. And it was always with your approval and permission? Okay. Because you're not going to surprise me.
Well,
I hope not.
Well, you have your moments where you say, like, it's hurting, taking it off now.
Right.
And
But
it wasn't right away.
You had a safe word and
I never had one, should have. But No, like, he just wouldn't let it go right away.
Okay. With this mark?
He would say stuff like, I'll let it go when I feel like letting it go.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Would this mark on your wrist have been from that?
Possible.
When would have been the last time that you guys engaged in that practice?
I want to say Saturday night. We had a cookout.
When you were at the doghouse Saturday night?
Saturday night, I decided to forgive him and let it go.
Though Christopher had already been unfaithful before the wedding, just months into their marriage, he confessed to another affair, setting the stage for a deeply volatile relationship fueled by jealousy, mistrust, and emotional chaos. Holly's chilling description of their intimacy as 50 Shades of Grey but worse offers a disturbing glimpse into the darker side of their relationship, foreshadowing the grim revelations to come. Her words steer the conversation toward a sinister truth, and the detectives can feel it. Now, with a groundbreaking discovery in hand, they're ready to launch into the first of many hard-hitting questions. Questions that could finally expose the reality behind the facade.
But you're familiar with how to shoot a pistol, though?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you never got your CCW? Okay. So, here's the thing. So Chris had been shot.
Was I outside? Was I on the back patio? I don't know right now. Why somebody I could hear it? Even if it wasn't me, maybe if I was on that patio, maybe not. But the neighbors.
Well, see, that's kind of what I need you to really search in your mind as to what happened.
They're like, how can a neighbor? We literally live like this, even. So why would nobody do anything if they heard something? I don't understand.
That's why I need you to help me.
I
understand.
trying, I don't know.
Okay.
Because I would think that, in that small neighborhood, but then I'm like, where the hell was I? Was I need to figure out what I was doing. Was I walking? Was I outside in the garage smoking? I didn't see anybody.
Right.
But that isn't anything. I'm just trying to concentrate where I was. And I was laying downstairs watching a movie.
Well, here, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you a break because I know you're upset.
Holly insists she slept through all 3 gunshots, claiming the neighbors didn't hear them either. However, in the early morning hours of July 18, 2018, multiple neighbors reported hearing a series of loud bangs, casting serious doubt on her story. Now, Holly must face the next and perhaps most critical question, one that detectives can no longer ignore.
And as you go into the room, you see him on the bed. What made you think he was gone?
One, it was too late, time frame. And then I saw a little bit of blood somewhere on the pillows.
Okay, but...
And I said, hey, baby. And then I was I didn't know answer. And I was too afraid to touch him. I didn't want to shake him, and then because I already seen what was by his pillow, like speckles, and I seen that. I mean, I didn't see his face really even. I just saw like pieces of and he was just laying there, not moving. And then I freaked out and tried to get his phone calling and tell him couldn't call mine. But at least thank God for Alexa, I called Dad.
Okay. So I'm gonna just put this out there because it's kind of bugging me. You're a nurse who's worked in the ER for a good period of time. Someone you love dearly is potentially injured or in your mind deceased. And you didn't go over there to shake him or touch him or
That was the whole different mode between home life and ER. You know?
Well, look, for me, it's if
Like,
I go in the cop mode if something happens, even if I'm not working.
Maybe, but you want to, if you felt like I felt it, I knew something was up, and then I seen the blood, and then I just knew, number one, call 911, but then I don't even think, unless it happened right in front of me, you know, like
Yeah,
say that my daughter started choking or something like that, but like, if I thought she did something to herself or something happened really bad to her, I really would, can't look.
Well,
I don't think I can be one of those ones that, you know, people have to have closure and go see, because I think that's just,
right, but I mean, you've seen dead people before.
Oh, yeah.
In the ER.
but I've never had to deal with it, like personally myself.
Right,
Like-
but it's, so the part I'm having troubles with is you're trained to help people who have been injured. But you automatically went right for, I think he's dead.
I went for 911, exactly what I should have done.
Well, but you never went back in the room.
No, I was too busy listening to them. They were on, we were doing the messaging thing, and then you guys were there in like less than 5 minutes.
Right, but this is demanding love, and you're married to him, right?
Yeah,
And
with my life.
you're the trained medical professional who could render aid if there was aid to be rendered,
I understand what you're saying.
right?
People
And that's,
freeze, and I froze. And right now, I'm still numb.
you went automatically to he's dead.
No, I said I think he is.
Okay, but
I wasn't sure, but that's why I did 911 right away. But I had a really bad feeling because when he didn't answer me and he wasn't at work, I knew, and I wouldn't be able to see anything. Like, I was afraid to even touch him because of cold or any of that. I literally went into panic mode, which usually I don't. But then again, I've never had to deal with like death really of my own family or anybody I love.
Well, that's kind of what your daughter was telling me, is that you guys really haven't had anybody pass away that's close to you. And I get that. But so here's where I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this. You have a gap in your memory that's pretty significant. All right.
Welcome back, hopefully.
Right. And then there's gunshots in your house that you don't wake up to. And then,
I don't know how anybody else didn't hear anything either. Neighbors, we can literally like throw a stone next door.
right, but you didn't hear them. You were somewhere in the house.
Well, yeah, but
You're the closest one to them, right?
I could have, yeah. But I could have already been sleeping. So I already took a Valium.
On July 16th, Holly packed her things and temporarily moved in with her parents who lived nearby. The following evening, July 17th, Christopher had dinner at home with 2 of his adult children. Later that night, Holly unexpectedly returned to the house asking to speak with him. The couple drove to a nearby park and spent hours talking. By the time they returned home, Christopher's daughters had left. Holly had been drinking and stayed the night. Christopher went to bed. Holly remained awake. Sometime between 11 and 11:30 p.m., one of Christopher's daughters came across a cryptic Instagram post from Holly. It read, if I die tomorrow, what would be the one thing you will always remember about me? Alarmed, she immediately texted the message to her father, but he never replied, and the sense of dread only deepened. With tension rising, the detectives begin to intensify their efforts, but this is only the beginning.
This is a very suspicious death.
I'm sure
Yeah,
it is,
I know you guys are having trouble.
but it's not like I want anything either. It's not like I'm not beneficiary of anything I know about, or so.
But
I have no idea.
he's done some pretty crappy things to you lately.
A lot of people get crappy things that don't cause you to kill nobody.
I don't disagree with you. All right, but that's obviously, as a person sitting in my world, that's a concern.
I understand that.
I mean, people can understand if, when people get upset and hurt over all this stuff going on. I mean, that's natural, that's human.
Yeah.
And to have stuff get to you out of all this is human and normal.
Right. I understand that.
And sometimes being very upset and emotional, combined with alcohol and sleeping medication.
Anytime I've ever done anything, it depresses myself, not anybody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I am not happy, and I don't know what to do about it, and I would rather die than live when I drink too much.
Right.
Or it's never projected
To somebody
to
else.
somebody else.
I'm a little concerned about the marks on you, and you've told me about that, but sometimes people hide things, either through embarrassment or through whatever, their own personal reasons, right? And these are concerns for me, that there are things that I can understand, what would take a person to a point where they've had enough. Right, and I don't know whether we're, having a situation where there's, you're having the issue with the combination of the medicines and the alcohol you're taking, combined with, some really stressful emotional times, right? And if there's something that we need to talk about, I want to get it out so that I can understand how we got to a point, why we got to a point, right?
All I can say is I didn't do it, and that's as much as I'm going to say anymore. I can't speculate. I can try
I don't want you to
cooperate
speculate. I don't want you to
in
speculate.
any way I can, but
I think you've been very
I
cooperative
didn't
and very
do it.
helpful with us.
So, right now, I need my family.
You feel all right?
Not the greatest.
Well, I can't imagine. You've been through a lot today. I want to make sure you're okay. Right? You've been through a lot today. I know you've had some problems in the past with wanting to hurt yourself. How are you feeling right now about that?
I feel good. I'm sad that I lost my family and I lost my husband.
Right. Well, and that's the kind of thing that I get,
But
a lot of stress, and I want to make sure.
During the 911 call, Holly's father reported that she was intoxicated. When Dublin police arrived, they found Holly visibly impaired. Her eyes were glassy and bloodshot, her speech heavily slurred, and her movements unsteady. Holly told officers she'd woken up around 6:30 a.m., smoked a cigarette in the garage, and returned to discover her husband unresponsive and bleeding. Due to her condition, officers transported her to the Dublin Justice Center for her safety, as she was in no state to drive. Investigators soon uncovered a troubling pattern. Holly had previously made suicidal threats, and text messages and voicemails revealed she was deeply depressed and possibly suicidal the night before the murder. When confronted with the emerging evidence, Holly became defensive, but the detectives are just getting started. The most incriminating questions are still to come.
It's concerning to me that he would say that this has been going on for like 15 minutes.
What, that my dad would think that?
Right. That's how long you said that you
No,
called like 15 minutes, and it was like one long phone call before he called 911.
I didn't call 911.
Right. I understand. I understand you went through Alexa.
Yeah.
And then he called 911.
And I said immediately, I said, Dad, call 911. And he goes, call you from your phone. I said, I can't get mine to, I don't know where it is.
Okay.
And then he called. And then.
All right. So you hadn't talked to him any earlier than that.
No. I immediately, as soon as I seen that, I ran looking for a phone. Couldn't get one to do it. Why, I don't know. Or if his phone just looks different than mine.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know where I left mine, and I'm
Right.
frantic. So the best option I had was Alexa, and I had to keep repeating it to Alexa. Finally, he called Dad, and then as soon as he came on, he's like, what? And I said, Dad called police. I said, I think Chris may be dead. And then he's like, what? And I was like, yes. And he told me to call, and I said, oh, I can't. And then he got on the phone and he called. Then I kind of stayed with that because
Okay.
they were asking me
Right.
or him questions that he don't know.
Right.
So no,
Yeah, because
we
it's
didn't have
like.
like a conversation beforehand
Okay.
or nothing.
No, that's just, I wondered why he said that. So here's.
I might not have understood your question correctly. Maybe.
So, could be. So here's where I'm at. All right. There's a big gap of time in your story. During that gap of time, your husband is killed. Mm-hmm. Right. You guys are
I don't
having.
know how bad that looks.
You guys are having some issues. And seriously, if you start feeling like you're gonna, hurt yourself, let somebody know. All right. This doesn't.
I would.
This doesn't need to be a tragedy for more people than it already is.
I understand.
Okay. So your daughter's a wonderful young lady who doesn't need that. So, but if something else comes up, let us know.
In the days following Christopher's death, Holly drained over $40,000 from his bank accounts and removed furniture from their home. Even more disturbingly, she was accused of desecrating his grave, leaving behind tributes that celebrated a marriage now shrouded in suspicion. After concluding their initial round of questioning, detectives regrouped. Armed with DNA results, gunshot residue tests, and mounting evidence pointing in a chilling direction, they called Holly back in, this time not pulling any punches. As detectives close in, one question remains. Will Holly accept her fate or fight to escape it?
There are some things I want to talk to you about. We've talked to a lot of people. We've gotten some test results back. So, I've been through everybody's phones. All right. Who's Meg to you?
Meg?
Yeah.
She is one of Chris's patients at work that I've been taking care of for the last, I don't know, few months at least. We got close because she had issues.
Yeah, I talked to her. She sounds like a mess.
She is. God love her. Yeah, she is. But she's very, very sweet. And so yes, I did talk to Meg.
You guys texted back and forth about
Yes.
Chris's little
Yes.
mess up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
When was the last time you saw her?
Oh my. Maybe it's been a month, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. Before I
Was
gave
it
her
like
IV and
at the
stuff.
office or?
I gave her IV and stuff at the office. And so I'm thinking maybe a month. And then I know she went to Cleveland Clinic. I can't really remember her dates that she had to go.
Okay.
But yeah.
What happened a week before Chris went out with BJ? Something happened with Andy?
Andy?
Yeah.
Andy.
Sounded like you guys may have all went out together, you and Chris and someone named Andy.
I'm trying to think. Andy. Why does it not sound familiar? Andy. Why is that not? It's not clicking. I'm trying to picture places we've been eating. I know the last time we went with anybody.
Because, I mean, he's only really got 1 day a week he can do stuff, right?
Yes, he works.
So, but, I mean, I don't, if I had gotten off at 5 o'clock and I lived in Dublin, I'm not sure I would, on a Friday night, truck it all the way to the barn, because that's a haul.
Yeah, no, so I know we didn't go to the barn.
Okay,
I know that, because I remember him having that reservation,
okay.
and I remember looking at the menu on the website and stuff, and then he seemed exhausted and said he really didn't feel like up to doing it. I remember him saying that.
You guys didn't have a disagreement that week?
Oh, we have disagreements all the time.
Because the story I heard about, kind of through the grapevine, was that you never laughed that hard when just you and me are out together.
Do what?
You never laughed that hard when just you and Chris were out together, only when you're out with this Andy. Does that ring any bells?
Like these, like, oh, like if Chris is out with like a buddy,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, he doesn't laugh that hard. He laughs hard with buddies. So that makes sense. But why do I not understand where this Andy?
So here's the thing. When you were telling me when you found him, the door was cracked to the bedroom?
That's what I remember, yes.
Okay. So I'm going to put my cards on the table. All right, because I have the gunshot residue test back. I have the DNA test back.
Okay.
All right. Your DNA is the only DNA on that gun. Chris's DNA is not on that gun. The gunshot
It's
residue.
impossible.
The gunshot residue, all right, was at a level that was so high they reached their maximum testing. All right, and when people break into a house and they shoot somebody on their way out, they don't close the bedroom door, just to a crack. So
I
Holly,
understand
listen to
what
me.
you're trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is I know you shot Chris.
I did not shoot him.
Holly, this
I
is
did
what,
not shoot him.
this is what I
No.
think happened.
No.
All right, because of the way everything's set up, you are posting stuff that makes me think that
That is
here we go again.
We could pull them all over again. This is not making a
Holly, stop. All right, you have multiple attempts in the past.
Yeah, for
Right.
myself.
So
I would
here's,
never hurt him, no.
so here's what I think happened. All right, because when you shot him,
I did not.
you didn't kill him.
I did not
All right,
shoot
those
him.
gunshot wounds did not kill
I
him.
did not shoot him.
All right, I think you were going to kill yourself after you killed him because this had gone too far. You were getting ready to lose everything.
Never take anybody with me.
And here we go, you shoot him, because there's no other explanation for this, Holly. There's no other
I don't
explanation.
have
for it.
any explanations. I already gave you everything I know, and I did not do
There's
this.
no other explanation for it, Holly. Nobody just breaks into your house and randomly shoots somebody. BJ did not owe
I
him
didn't-
$40,000.
I don't know. I'm just telling you what
I'm
people
just telling you that for 27 years I've been doing this job, okay? And nothing else shows me that anybody else did this but you. All right? I know you did this.
I did not.
And I can understand the why behind it.
No, there is no why, because I didn't do it.
All the evidence doesn't lie.
No, I did not do it.
The evidence does not lie.
Then how would I sit there and end up with bruises and everything else and with no memory? Explain that one.
How did you explain it to me?
I can't.
You guys
I don't know.
had rough sex the Saturday night beforehand, and you get bruises all the time. People tell me that you were
not that
People
stuff.
tell me you were down the stairs periodically in your alcoholic blackouts.
Let me go down the stairs.
You fall.
I do not sit there and fall everywhere. And if I fell on
You tell me
it.
that he hit you then, because up until now, you never said anything about
I
that.
want a lawyer.
That's fine.
Gunshot residue tests revealed the highest possible detection level, 10 particles on both of Holly's hands and in her eyebrows. DNA matching Holly Osborne was also found on the trigger and grip of the murder weapon. Throughout questioning, Holly displayed a troubling pattern, selective memory lapses that conveniently aligned with incriminating details. When the pressure became too much, she abruptly asked for a lawyer. Was it genuine memory loss or a carefully crafted performance to avoid the truth? Despite intense questioning, detectives ended their interview with Holly Osborne without a confession. However, the investigation was far from over. After a 9-month probe, a grand jury indicted Holly on 2 counts of murder, each involving carrying a firearm. She was arrested in 2019, released on bond within 2 months, and placed under house arrest until trial. That trial began in September 2022. Prosecutors claimed Holly shot her husband while he slept, driven by jealousy, resentment, and a collapsing marriage. Forensic evidence backed their case: gunshot residue on her hands and eyebrows, her DNA on the weapon, and reports of extreme intoxication that morning. The defense argued there was no direct proof she pulled the trigger. They pointed to potential contamination, mishandled evidence, and alternative leads that were never fully explored. During deliberations, a juror was replaced, restarting the process. But on October 6, 2022, the jury found Holly Osborne guilty on all counts. She was sentenced to 18 years to life in prison and remains in custody today.